Y'all, I swear, every time we think that we have seen or heard the craziest part about Charlie Kirk's, something comes out that seems even more unhinged than what we thought we knew. Y'all know how the feds arrested the man who unalived Charlie? Well, there are now rumors that he didn't act alone, and that's not messy enough. There's also a lot of speculation that it wasn't a last-minute event and that it could have been planned way in advance. Yeah, things are about to get real messy, so let me break it down for y'all. Okay, so before we get into this messiness, I need to let y'all know that I'm just telling you what the internet is saying and what fans are speculating, so take everything at your own discretion, okay? Okay, anyway, when the first happened, Charlie's best friend, Candace Owens, was the first to call BS on the official story that the authorities were telling. According to her, there was more to Charlie's passing than they were telling us. At first, some people thought that she was just being a conspiracy theorist as usual, but the way that things have played out over the past couple of days, girl, it looks like Candace might have been onto something from the start. From the start, it seemed like there was some sort of propaganda to paint the as a liberal or some sort of minority. To be fair, a lot of people in these categories felt a type of way about Charlie, so I guess it kind of made sense that they would think that his was in one of these categories. The FBI was immediately all over the case, and the FBI director, Kash Patel, himself was personally involved in the case. They released a statement saying, as soon as we heard about the shooting, special agents and personnel from the Salt Lake City field office responded immediately. We have full resources devoted to this investigation, including tactical, operational, investigative, and intelligence. To be clear, the FBI will fully support and co-lead this investigation alongside our partners. But the major shock came when they announced that they had arrested a shooter. And what do y'all know? He came from a very long line of Democrats. His grandmother made it very clear that he was not a liberal, saying, my son, his dad, is a Republican for Trump. Most of my family members are Republicans. I don't know any single one who's a Democrat. I'm just so confused. However, things started to change when multiple people who knew Charlie Kirk in real life started to speak up, claiming that the feds and the authorities weren't telling is the complete truth. For example, Candace Owens has been determined to expose all the conspiracy theories behind Charlie's passing. According to her, Charlie's passing wasn't just a random event as a result of Tyler snapping. She seemed to think that it took a long time to plan. For example, one social media user tweeted about a private jet taking off, and Candace believed that there were some rich people involved in the shooting. The Twitter user said, a private jet under the tail number N888KG left Provo Airport an hour after the shooting. Suspiciously, 30 minutes into the flight, it drops off of ADSB illegally and reappears headed back to Provo approximately an hour later. Why did this plane turn off its radar? Where is the shooter? Candace replied to this and said, if anybody knows anything about this, please comment below or email tips@CandaceOwens.com. She also made it clear that she believes that it was an ordered hit, saying, who called the hit on Charlie? We need answers. She also made her stance very clear when she claimed that Tyler Robinson was the fall guy and didn't act alone. She said, more people were involved and we need to know whom. A lot of school things are related to Discord chats, so there is an underground emerging and we need to know who the directors of it are. Now here's where she started to get really bold, because she then directly accused the FBI of being shady, saying the feds immediately interjected and took over the case from local police departments. If they had wanted to catch Charlie's, they would have immediately publicized all pictures and videos, and the internet would have solved it in minutes. The desire was never there. I guarantee the FBI was in that Discord server, and that's why we won't get it before it's been scrubbed. She said Charlie Kirk was fighting with some very powerful billionaires that he took money from over things he was discussing. The pressure on him was immense over the last 2 weeks. The truth will be revealed. The messages will be leaked. And the movement he built will rise up. So it looks like she does have some receipts to back up her claims. She also retweeted this post that said, Charlie was about to lose his last major donor because he refused to ban Tucker Carlson from events. There are a lot of people shedding crocodile tears. The billionaires must be exposed for the cretins that they are. Her statements put a lot of pressure on the FBI, and they started to fold real quick. They announced that they were looking into the possibility of other co-conspirators, saying the FBI has not ruled out that others may have helped radicalize or aid Charlie Kirk's alleged per Bureau sources. Agents are combing through chat logs, dark web activity, and the suspect's affiliations. An FBI official said, we are focused on the radicalization element. The truth will not be hidden or buried or classified. The public will know. No stone should be left unturned. The public deserves answers on WHO radicalized this degenerate, and they must be held accountable. However, Candace called BS on this, saying, "We know they are lying. If they'd prefer to try another BS narrative before my show, we'll be happy to shred that one too." And from the way Candace is telling it, it seems like she believes that the feds shouldn't be looking for a co-conspirator per se, but rather some very powerful people who have been planning to take Charlie out for a long time. And according to some rumors, fans think that President Trump believes the same. Now, I know that this is unconfirmed, but there are rumors that Candace is Trump's mouthpiece and might be saying things that he really wants to say. Like I said, this is unconfirmed, but then we all know how much Trump loved Charlie, so I guess that's why people are saying that Candace is speaking on his behalf. And boy, does she have a lot to say. Again, she seems to believe that Charlie's death was planned because she tweeted something interesting. She said, "Should add here that Utah last month passed a law allowing for open carry on college campuses." She also revealed some concerning details about a meeting that Charlie had with some powerful people, adding that the meeting did not go well for him.
Denied, and what Bibi didn't include there, he declined to go to Israel. For I would describe this as like, re-education camp. We've seen it. You made an uh-oh, but we can help you. We just need you to come out to Auschwitz and take a picture. Yeah. We just need you to come to the Holocaust Museum and take a photo. We just need you to go to Israel and we can make this better. Charlie said no to Bibi. Okay. Bill Ackman, if you would like to dispute that, I would love to hear what you say happened, because our sources and what we have, it's solid, okay? There were conversations that took place, messages that were sent at that time, and they are solid. So I decided another person that was there, and I am not surprised this person was there. If you've been listening to my show, Seth Dillon, I was going to go out to Seth Dillon, and I decided to message him last night about this Hamptons meeting. And Seth Dillon, who is normally very quick with a response, has not yet been able to respond. I'll show you this text message chain. And I want to be clear, I am not someone who normally publicizes text messages. But my friend was shot in the neck. And I'm just not really in the state right now to be polite when it comes to the answers that I am demanding, okay? This is me out to Seth Dillon last night. I sent him Bill Ackman's tweets because, he tweeted, "I feel incredibly privileged to have spent a day and shared a meal with Charlie Kirk this summer. He was a giant of a man." I said, "Any comment on this, miss?"
But it didn't end there, because she claimed to have even more receipts saying, "More is going to come out, guys. The truth is inevitable. They are lying, but rest assured, these people were deranged enough to put their anger and demands in writing. Sorry, guys, you Murd3r and you unlocked the Inigo Montoya in me. We're not stopping until we get to the bottom of this thing. They tormented Charlie Kirk until the day he died," Tucker Carlson said. "This is a fact. Pressure, intimidation, financial threat. Stop lying. Y'all, the plots and twists in this case keep getting wilder and more insane the more we talk about it. And something tells me that we have not gotten to the bottom of this case, and it's about to get even worse."